Human rights are not a privilege conferred by government. They are every human being's entitlement by virtue of his humanity. The right to life does not depend and must not be contingent on the pleasure of anyone else, even a parent or sovereign. You must weep that your government at present seems blind to this truth. Mother Teresa. My name is Shabria Tucson, and I'm an advocate for human rights. I strongly believe that human rights are the undisputable liberties of freedom, justice, and equality that all human beings are entitled to. So while I may not be able to change all of your minds, I ask that you just go into this presentation with an open mind. I have done research not only for this project, but just in my everyday life. It is something that is very important to me and ties back to me personally. So please, I'm just asking that you judge my arguments based on their merit and nothing else. So to start off, we'll just discuss the definition of human rights. According to the United Nations, human rights are rights inherent to all human beings, regardless of race, sex, nationality, ethnicity, language, religion, and any other status. So on December 10th of 1948, the United Nations held a conference, if you will, and members from different legal and religious cultures all came together to form what is now known as the Declaration of Human Rights. This is the first time that the fundamental human rights were put down to be undisputable, and that document has been translated into over 500 languages and is recognized in every country across the world. So I'll go over, list out the rights, the 28 rights that are listed in the um, Declaration of Human Rights. And then there's also two statues that are included in that. And then we'll tie in how it's important to you as a person and what you can do to protect these rights. So the first right is innate freedom and equality. There's ban on discrimination, right to life, ban on slavery, ban on torture, the right to recognition as a person before the law, equality before the law, right to effective judiciary, ban on arbitrary detention, right to public hearing, right to the presumption of innocence, right to privacy, right to freedom of movement, right to asylum, right to nationality, right to marriage and family, right to own property, right of freedom of thought and religion, the right of assembly and association, right to take part in the government, right to Social Security, right to work, the right to rest, right to an adequate standard of living, right to education, right to participate in cultural life, and the right to social and international order. And then there's the duties and limitations, which just simply states that you can do anything that you choose to do as long as you're not violating someone else's right that's set out in this document. And then there's a salvatory clause, which this is my favorite piece of this document. It literally states that these rights and freedoms cannot be destructed or destroyed by any state, group, or person. That part is so important to me, that when you hear all of those things that we've just outlined, that I know when you've heard those, that you know that there have been times that either you were discriminated against and these rights may have been violated of yours personally, or you've read about or heard about, personally witnessed someone else's rights being violated. And that's just not something that we can stand for. These rights are set up so that you have the right to live your life with dignity in whatever way that you chose to do so. You can do what you love and support who you want to support and the things that you want to support without being worried about them being taken away or someone telling you that you can't be who you are is literally what the Declaration of Human Rights is all about. And when I read that, I don't know about you personally, but when I read that, it so many things popped out to me that, okay, we're definitely violating that right. We're violating that right in this one too. Adequate life. It's recognized. The United Nations Declaration of Human Rights is recognized here in the United States. Yet we have places like Flint, Michigan that do not have adequate drinking water, and we know that. We have schools in some of the most impoverished areas that children get sick from going to. Buildings are collapsing. They're not able to use the gymnasium because of the mold or the heat. So kids are forced to walk hallways as their exercise for the day. It's things like this. These human rights are being violated from the time that we are children, and it cannot be stand for. Think about what life would be like without these human rights. If someone was able to come to tell you that you're not allowed to do this, something that's important to you, it is who you are, and just take it away. We would go back to days of slavery thinking that we were better than another. We would start more where would be world wars and ultimately a genocide of the human race. And I am I'm a member of so many different groups. I'm a member of environmental groups that also focus on the people that these environments are protecting. I'm a member of multiple LGBTQ groups that say that you have the right to love who you love, dress how you want to dress, be who you are, and nothing is wrong with that. I'm a member of the Black Lives Matter movement and different groups that have been formed because of that, that state that the human rights that are being violated will not be stand for, that we will not stand by and watch our rights be violated. Is there a single right that you have that you would willingly give up that I named in this article here? Is there a right that you say that I am worthy of, but you are not? If you can't answer yes to that, then you have to agree with me that human rights are rights of everyone. So you may be asking yourself, what can you do about this? Join a group, join a local group in your area, vote. That's the most important thing that you can do. Vote. Get your voice out there and be heard. Voting is our power. It's how we change the world. So when we stand together, we are so much stronger than when we stand apart. Malcolm X said human rights are something you were born with. Human rights are your God-given rights. Human rights are the rights that are recognized by all nations on this earth. So protect those rights of yours, your brothers and your sisters. Thank you.